Hey everybody, and welcome to day 454. Today we're going to talk about how some people are shocked. How some people are shocked when they see people losing weight. And specific stories that I have heard from people in our community. Unbelievable what they're going through. But the bottom line is that people just aren't used to seeing people lose weight. They're just not used to it. So some of the situations, some of their reactions, some of the conclusions they have come to are like, wow, tough to hear. For some people who are having to deal with it personally, really tough to take. And it's something that the more I've thought about it, the more comfortable I feel about the topic. And I think that with comfort comes peace. And so I hope that you will find some comfort and some peace in this discussion that we're having. And hopefully, like it's done for me, that you'll start seeing potentially a huge change that's going to happen in our society during your lifetime. This is one of the stresses of weight loss. And the whole point is that this is new for a lot of people. Seeing people lose weight is new for a lot of people. So it's truly stressful for some of the people in our community, truly stressful, the way that they're having to deal with friends' reactions to their weight loss. This first came to my attention, and I wrote this topic down many weeks ago, and I've had it spinning around in my mind, just kind of preparing my thoughts. Because what this friend said is, I saw some friends at work that I had not seen in quite a while. So I was thinner, I looked different than I had looked during, our entire friendship. And what I learned is that they were whispering behind my back and they thought I was going through cancer treatments. And, she wrote in detail about the emotions that brought up in her, how it made her question herself, feel uneasy, create a real stressful time for her heart. And so I was thinking back to me at school. And I had something called POTS syndrome, and I had to take some medical leave 2 years in a row. And that's kind of how my life had been, trying to figure out what's wrong with Amy and trying all these different pills. And I was really not feeling good through all the medicine changes and trying out different doctors. And it was during this time that I learned about Mounjaro and went to my doctor and shared that with him and started my day one. Today's day 454. So it was really exciting for me to get this entire chapter of my life that had always been out of control, to get it in control and start losing weight. That was separate and apart from this genetic issue that I had been dealing with for a long time, but had really flared up and we were trying to fix it. So I'm just thinking about how people knew that I hadn't been feeling good. And there's a lot of teachers at our school. So everybody cares and is compassionate, but we're not all in each other's business. A lot of people didn't know the specifics. So they know that, I've taken some long-term off work while I've tried to figure out what's going on with me. And 6 months, 12 months later, here she is, 70 pounds lighter. What would have I thought of somebody else who I knew had been sick and trying to figure things out, and now they dropped 70 pounds? Now, for me, I have the story. I have the explanation. The two things are not connected. But if you don't know the story and you're just trying to connect the dots with a few facts that you know, that is what's happening in a lot of our lives. In a lot of our lives, we are dropping big weight and people are coming to the wrong conclusion. Now, this is honest on all of our parts. I feel like I could easily do that, even if you don't say it out loud. In the back of your mind, you're trying to just figure out what's going on because we're talking about something that we're not used to seeing. I am 50 years old, and in my lifetime, I am not used to seeing people drop weight unless I need to be worried about them. And the few people that have dropped the weight, they quickly gained it back. And so they're few and far between, but the ones that kind of do try to drop some pounds, I have had 3 friends who really dropped some significant weight. And the 2 that dropped over 50 pounds, gained quite a bit of it back. I mean, we all know a few people, and I feel like my life is probably similar to most people's. Maybe you know some people 20 years ago that lost some weight and kept it off all this time. I just don't think there's that many examples out there. So we're just not used to it. I wrote on here, it's not normal. Like in our minds, we have a few options of what might be going on with them. And so it's like my friend wrote, it freaks people out. Yeah, I get that. And so their comments, they really affected her. Their comments, they really made her question her current weight, which was still in the overweight range. Their comments really made her question her goal weight, which was in a healthy range. So she was stressed at their response. And then I put couple little hearts on my outline page here, because what is now new? What is now novel? What is now unusual? I think in the months and years to come is going to be something that is ordinary. I think the extraordinary is going to move into ordinary, because I have several friends who are on Mounjaro, or zepbound, or compounded tirzepatide, or a semaglutide, and they are sharing about the weight they are losing. They are transforming their bodies. Their faces are getting chiseled. And this just wasn't the case for the vast majority of my life. But just in the last couple years, I'm seeing it. You know, I went to my 30-year college reunion a few weeks ago, and I was talking about this with some friends. And two friends looked at each other and they're like, you know that buddy of ours? And they're both said, yes, the one that just, you know, he looks really good. Like he's dropping weight. And all I did was text him. They're like, yeah, we think we will. So I texted him. And the next day they just showed me their phones and it was like, Mounjaro. And I said, yeah, it's happening. So it may not be easy now, but it's okay, because it's not you, it's them. They're going to come around. They're going to learn. They're going to grow. This is new for a lot of us. It's new for all of us, but it's basically a new time. It is a new decade. It is new in the realm of science. And I'm excited for this to become more and more usual. And for when people see people drop weight, they're super happy that you dropped the weight. They're super happy for your health. They're super happy for your future. And it might make some people uneasy at the beginning because they don't have experience and their mind turns to something that's drastic or something that's wrong with you. And that's the compassionate side of them coming out. But they just need time to adjust, and they will. Okay, everybody, that's been our video for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.